Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Matthew, aka the Nuclear Cyborg. Today is April 16th, Thursday, and it is currently 11:14 in the morning. As you saw from my just shooting them off there, I'm in this video I'm going to be reviewing a Nerf gun that I found that has a uh, certain significance in my life, and so I'm going to be sharing that with you today. And then also, as I just got back from vacation, and so I have a few videos planned, to kind of like highlight some of the vacation things right now, right there. But I was trying to make this video too long, so let's jump into it. This is the Nerf Gatling. I'm not sure exactly what model. Let me see if I can find it on the eBay. I found this on eBay because it's an old model. Let me see. My battery's running low. I need I got 10%, so hopefully it'll last. Let's see. Okay, eBay. Okay, my eBay purchases. Okay, it says vintage Nerf Aerostorm Gatling blaster gun. Now it has capacity for 6 arrows, but it only came with 4. And with me just shooting them off right there, one of them landed on top of my shelf, so I'm gonna have to get a step ladder or something to get those. But these right here, it can hold 6 of these Gatling guns. So let's go on to why it is significant. Well, as I said, as we've already mentioned, this is an old gun, old model Nerf gun. I had one. I'm guessing I had one of these in the mid '90s, 94, 95. That's one I'm guessing. Now, I might have mentioned on several of my videos before that I've had a very challenging childhood. I won't get too much into it, but I was in the hospital a lot when I was a kid. Not to go too much into detail, but I had cancer at a very young age, and so that's why I was in and out of the hospital a lot. And so about second, third grade is like when things started to really happen, really significant things, and that's when the hospital visits started to occur. It first started when I was in kindergarten. They give you the early developmental tests. I remember 2 tests that they gave me was the flamingo test, where you have to stand on one leg with the other leg above the knee of the one that you're standing on, and you have to stand that way for like at least 10 seconds or something. And then the other one is where you have a board, and it has the capital E on it. It has the capital E going, in the right direction. Then it has it going left. Then it has it going up and down. So you have like a W and M, and what's like the number 3, without the curves. It's a straight number 3. And so, you have to stand back so far. You have to cover one eye, and then you have to motion signal, which way the E is going. I failed that test. That was all back in elementary school. We didn't quite know what was happening, and so. But again, moving forward to second or third grade, that's when things started really going downhill for me. And so, again, was in the hospital a lot, and so as a result, and having the cancer surgery, and then having in the early '90s, which was pretty serious, because cancer treatments did exist, but they were in the early stages of early stages. Things nowadays are a lot different, and I'm not exactly sure because thankfully the cancer hasn't come back. But anyway, because of all the treatments, because of the surgery, I was literally skin and bone. And so anyway, I remember getting this one for either my birthday or Christmas. And I mean, as you can see now, I could pull this thing no trouble. But I'm telling you, when I was skin and bone in 94 or 95, somewhere around there, I could barely pull this thing. So I saw this, or thought of this. I was like, this would be a very interesting keepsake if I ever found one. And so what led up to it is I was watching the Bad Batch, Star Wars: The Bad Batch, just before I left on vacation, and it's in this first season on the first disc, I think. When you I think the Bad Batch series was okay. It was pretty okay, a little bit C plus B minus somewhere around there. Show I think it would have been a lot better if they didn't introduce the character Omega. But anyway, Omega, it's like the third or fourth episode. Like the previous episode, they went on a mission to rescue a creature or a youngling Rancor, Muchi. And so they were there and they were fighting the Cathar, the cat-like humanoids. And so they used a plasma bow. And so at the end of that episode, Omega picks up one of the bows and decides to use it, keep it. Anyway, so the very next episode when they open up, she's trying to do some target practice, and she's having a really hard time. And by then, even in that early in the show, they had already been introduced to Sid, the I can't remember her species at the moment, but she was saying that she's got a certain attitude in that no nonsense attitude in that show. But anyway, she was just mouthing off to the Bad Batch, and then she turns to Omega and says, why that you're not able to pull this bow. It's because you got noodle arms. Build up your strength. And so I saw it. I saw that episode and it started making me thinking about this gun, and that's when I started trying to search for it. And so, like I said, this is just a very interesting keepsake that I found. It shows me how far I've come. When I was sick and when I was a little shrimp of a child, and I'm not kidding. I mean, I was sickly. I lost my hair. Forgive me. Again, I'm not trying to give too many details here, but I was just trying to, show you or give you some. It was serious when I was sick and back in my childhood, and so like I said, I think I repeated third grade, not because they held me back, the school board or whatever. It's just that I had missed so much of third grade. That's when so much of the problems started to happen, and I was in hospital on and off, that I just missed a lot of third grade. And so my parents, they decided to hold me back or keep me back, or they talked to me about it. But anyway, so like I said, this is just it's got a lot of sentimental memories to it. That's all. I just wanted to share this with you. I got this shortly before I left for vacation around Easter, but I was just so busy trying to get things together, didn't have time to post a video about that. But I'm just very happy. Like I said, I just saw this. I kept trying to find it. I finally found one on eBay, and like I said, the gun itself is in remarkable shape. Guessing that the seller bought it at the pretty much the same time in the mid 90s. It's in great condition. And then he did send me 4 arrows. Like I said, I over here and up there there's a shelf, and that you can't see on screen. And one of the arrows, as I was shooting it off, landed up there, so I gotta go get that, and maybe I'll get more arrows. But it's not really for fun. It's just interesting talking point. People might come. I keep it in my storage closet. But if ever I go in there with somebody and they say, well, why do you have this toy gun? I can tell them the same story I've just been telling you. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and show you how far I've come. Shows me how far I've come. I had noodle arms and I was skin and bone and all that other stuff, and could barely pull this thing for one arrow. I think it was like that. I think that's how I used to do it. And I think the Gatling or the rotating part, I think would turn, but nothing would shoot. Yeah, I think that's what I used to do as a young kid when I couldn't pull it all the way back. It's like it was lucky if I was able to get one arrow off. And now just how simple it is, pulling it back. I built a lot of muscle mass. I regained a lot of muscle mass since I was a young child. Excuse me. Excuse me. As a shrimp of a kid, but now as an adult, I work out. Building muscle mass is very important to me. Like I said, I've already mentioned, I just got back from vacation, and you try, when you're not on vacation, you try to stick to a certain diet, and you might even give it a good. You might even try to stick to your diet as closely as possible when you're even on vacation, but unfortunately, where you go, they might not, have that. For instance, I'm probably going to detox for the rest of the year from hamburgers and chicken fingers because that's all they had. We went to Disney World, as I said, and so, I think the only thing we stayed at Oak Key West, and so we had a refrigerator, and so, my party and I, we got some things, and I got some oatmeal, that's usually my breakfast, and bananas and apples and things like that. But, lunch and dinner, you can't really, at snacks, walking a lot at Disney World, you just pretty much have to do your junk food and fried food and all that other stuff. And that might have been where I got sick one day. I'm not sure, but I'm rattling, and I'm getting off point, and what's the term? But I'm digressing, and so you've seen this, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. And so ramble on, and always getting off target, and the video gets longer and longer. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and I hope you like this video. And if you guys have any like old classic Nerf guns from way back in the day, this is 95. I actually thought about maybe looking for the bow that I used to have as a kid. I think I had it with this, and I was able to pull the bow, but not this, and that's why. That's another reason that I just saw this, and I don't have noodle arms anymore. Anyway, thank you much for watching, clicking on this video. If you could please like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell. I would very much appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for clicking on this video. Have a good day.